Okay, so in this video I'm going to be talking about what limited raid characters you should buy when the update comes out. Now the limited raid characters that you should buy are some of the best characters this game has ever added. So that's why if you don't have them, I would highly recommend trying to get them when the update comes out. Now there are 5 different characters that I think you should get if you don't have them. And those characters are Black Costa, Astral Wolf or Garo, Esdet, Sukuna, and finally Yorichi. I think those are the 5 characters that you should try and get for the next update, if you don't have them of course. Now I'm going to be explaining why you should get these characters, know what they're good at, and the reason you should get them. Also, I'm really close to 100 subscribers. As I'm recording this, I'm currently 19 subscribers off. So if anybody could please subscribe to try and get me to 100, it would be greatly appreciated. Okay, so the first character I'm going to be talking about is Garo. I'll be showing you what game modes he's best for and why you should get him. Alright, so Garo is amazing at 2 game modes. First is Infinite. He's arguably the best for Infinite for speed, but Sukuna is better, but you need really good traits on Sukuna. And the other game mode is Time Challenge. Garo is the best Time Challenge character in the game. Now the reason why Garo is so good for Infinite and Time Challenge is, well, there's 2 reasons. One, all of his abilities have either really good range or really good AoE. And 2 is his cooldowns are pretty short if you have a CDR accessory on. So his first ability, Gravity Knuckles, when you use it, you can spin around and have a full 360 AoE. So for Infinite or for Time Challenge, hit the entire map. The Black Hole, even though it doesn't show it, it just shows him like in one spot. When you use his Black Hole, you can turn and damage anybody around you. So it also has a full 360 degree AoE. Same as third ability, you can spin around, has a full 360 AoE, and his ult has a massive AoE and is also full 360. So that's why he's so good for Infinite and Time Challenge. And when you use his first ability, you use his second ability, your first ability comes off of cooldown. So he's pretty spammable, as well as having 3 like massive AoEs on every single one of his abilities. And then his Awakening, huge AoE, lots of damage. It's really good for Infinite, really good for Time Challenge. And then you get his black holes, where you melee, and it spawns in those little black holes that do a lot of damage. And of course you can turn around and they linger for like a second, so they're pretty damn good for Infinite and Time Challenge. So on to the next character. Next character is Black Costa. Now, Black Costa is just an all-round amazing character for every game mode in the game. So my previous video was Black Costa versus King Costa, and I mentioned that he is the best limited raid character for raids right now. He's also amazing for every other game mode in the game. The reason Costa is so good is just because of how versatile his abilities are. So his first ability is similar to Garo's. You press your 1 and turn, you can damage everybody around you. Not only can you damage everybody around you, but it does a lot of damage too. He has a dash ability, so he's good for dimensions, which is his 2. Not only is it a dash, but it does a lot of damage. His 3 ability is good for Infinite, it's good for Time Challenge, it's good for dimensions, because you can use it while moving. It gives you iframes, does a lot of damage, and you can also use it while moving. So you can get as many kills as possible. And his ult has just a huge AoE, does a lot of damage, and it lasts for quite a while. The dummy was continuing to take damage after I've finished my ult. So all of that combined with just a crazy amount of damage, he's just an all-around amazing character. And that's why you should definitely try and get him for the update. Alright, so next is Sukuna. Sukuna can be better for Infinite than Garo, but you need a good trait on him. You pretty much need Divine on Sukuna in order for him to be better than Garo for Infinite. Because Sukuna is pretty weak, but his abilities have such big AoEs that if you have a good trait, he is better than Garo. But if they're both traitless, then Garo is definitely better than Sukuna. Now, the main reason you want to get Sukuna is because his assist for infinite is super good. So my normal infinite loadout is Garo as my main, Sukuna as my assist, and Sid as my other assist. Now you can buy Shadow Sukuna for both of your assists, because if you're going for like as quickly as possible, he is better than Sid, but he does cost, you know, 2,000 shadow tokens. So that's why I don't have him, and that's why I like to use Sid instead. Now Madoka or Rimuru might be better. I just hate going to the edge of the map and having to use my abilities. I like to be able to just stand in the middle, just use my abilities over and over again. And this is why you should get Sukuna, because if you're trying to get as many trade tokens as you can as quickly as possible, Sukuna is a great assist for that. The reason he's so good is because in the early stages of Infinite, when you use your Sukuna assist, he can clear up to 3 waves, which is a lot. 3 waves for 1 assist is very, very quick. And of course, if you're using him as your assist and Garo as your main, you will fly through Infinite. Okay, so I tried to get to wave 100 as quick as I could while using Garo as my main and Sukuna as my assist. Now I took off my other assist just to show how good Sukuna is. I left my fruit on because fruits don't really help that much until the later waves, because you're going to one-shot all the bosses and all the mobs regardless whether you have a fruit on or not, so that's why I kept it on. Now using Sukuna assist and Garo main, it only took me 6 minutes 38 seconds to get to wave 100, which is so quick. So if you want to get trade tokens as quick as possible, then I would highly recommend getting Garo and Sukuna assist. Very, very, very good for Infinite. Okay, so that just leaves Esdet and Yorichi. Now, Esdet and Yorichi would probably be the last 2 characters I would go for, because the reason you want them is because they're very good assists. Now as you can see here, Esdet's Awaken bonus gives 18% boss damage for 15 seconds, and Yorichi also gives 18% boss damage for 15 seconds. Now they both have a 75-second cooldown, which is pretty good. It's not the best cooldown you can get, but it's a pretty decent cooldown. Now pretty much every other gacha character, I guess besides King Nyx, is a better assist. So if you have any of these characters, then I probably wouldn't even go for them. I would only go for them for the stat points, or if you have time to get them. So yeah, those are the 5 characters I would buy when the update comes out. And if I were to like prioritize who to get, if you don't have a good main, Costa for sure. But if you have a good main, then I would go for Garo, Sukuna, Yorichi, then Esdet. Sorry, Esdet, then Yorichi. I believe Esdet does a bit more damage. Like her assist does more damage. If I were to order them, that's how I would get them. So yeah, that's it. That's who I would buy when the update comes out. I hope this video was useful. Like I said earlier, I'm very close to 100 subs, so if anyone would sub, I'd really, really appreciate it. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.